YouTube, what it is, it's your boy Prosper TPK. Yeah, man. Welcome to the first installment of the Prosper Daily Show. Yeah, guys. Yeah, man. I just thought to myself, like, yo, let me start covering what's happening in the world, like what's happening around us, what's happening with our favorite celebrities, what's happening with everybody that we know. And yo, man, just cover the news as everything, because we live in a crazy world now. I don't know if you guys have noticed, like, we live in a crazy world, and I think, yo, man, let's just talk about it, you know. Yeah, the segment is going to be called Prosper Daily Mail, guys. Yeah, man, I think the installment is going to be like epic, you know. I'm going to be like posting everything that happens, everything that's trendy, everything that just, you know, that's happening around the freaking world right now in this crazy world. So yeah, man. Yeah, man, guys. Welcome to Prosper Daily Mail. Yep. Listen, guys. Our first topic for the day. Trying to get professional. You know, I just need a suit. I think at this point I need a suit. You know, chill here, be like a real reporter. So yeah, guys, we're gonna be covering number one, Kanye West, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Steven Gerrard. Right? Oh yeah, that's the last guy we're gonna be covering. Yeah, man, it's going to be epic, you know. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, guys. Okay, on our first news, right, we're going to be talking about Steven Gerrard. Now, guys, right, as a proud Chelsea fan, I'm not wearing my blue today. As a proud Chelsea fan, I did not like Steven Gerrard. I really did not like Steven Gerrard. He was just a menace. He's like one of the pioneers of like the midfield role in football. And for whoever is American, not American football, like the original football as in soccer. He like redefined a midfielder because he was like a defensive attacking midfielder. He could do everything around the midfield role. He's like literally one of the GOATs, one of the best midfielders the world has ever seen in his prime. So yeah, that was just a little backstory on Steven Gerrard. So now Gerrard has decided to be a manager. He's a coach now. He first went to Rangers as a coach in Scotland, won the league there, and then he came back to his home country in America, and yeah, things did not go well at all. Yeah, Steven Gerrard had a really tough time in England. His first gig in England was Aston Villa, and I'm not like knocking, you know, the smaller teams. I mean, everybody has to start somewhere. My problem with Aston Villa, it was the wrong job for Steven Gerrard. Let me tell you why, right? Steven Gerrard was never supposed to go to Aston Villa because Aston Villa literally do not have a plan. And they had a previous coach before. His name was like Dean Smith. They fired him, and now they got Gerrard. Gerrard got the job after him, and Dean Smith was actually doing a good job. And that is why I say, like, yo, Aston Villa, like, they want success. They are a progressing team, yes, but the problem is they want to get to the top really fast, and that's not how things work in professional football. You know, things take time, and Yeah, they just sacked him, man, like like a sack of potatoes. I mean, heck, who am I to talk? Even like Chelsea, we had a brilliant coach that literally won us the Champions League, won us the Super Cup, and also won us the Club World Cup. Just like what, a season ago, he did all of this, and we got a new owner now. The owner came in and he was like, "Yo, dude, we need you out because I'm not happy with the results. I'm not happy with everything that's happening." So yeah, these things do happen, you know. It's just a shame, but I guess that's how football goes. But hey, let me be frank. I'm not really like crying over Steven Gerrard. I'm just saying, like, yo, Aston Villa could have handled the situation a little bit more better than what they did. Okay. All right, moving on to other news. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. So yeah, last weekend was like a very sour taste in Man United fans, or like just sports fans or soccer fans or football fans in general. You know, because I guess Cristiano Ronaldo, they didn't pick him for the starting lineup. And a little backstory for those who don't know who Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't know what rock you've been living under if you don't know who Cristiano Ronaldo is. But what happened is Cristiano Ronaldo is like one of the best players of all time. If you don't know, now you know. So he started off in Sporting Lisbon, moved all the way to Manchester United, where he made his name for the first time, right? And then went on to Real Madrid, became the superstar that he is today, that we see. Went to Juventus, now he's back at Manchester United. And with this story, I'm feeling mixed about this one. I don't want to lie, because Cristiano Ronaldo gave Manchester United his heart, his soul, his passion, his talent, everything. Like, he did his best, like when he was there and everything. He's like the legend of the club, you know. And I would know that because they also beat us in the Champions League in 2008, which I still hate till today. It still pisses me off. But yeah, Ronaldo was one of the people who also missed the penalty that game. But I still have mixed feelings about the whole thing. Yes, Cristiano Ronaldo. So before I get into everything, Cristiano Ronaldo, the whole story was he was supposed to be subbed on in a match against Tottenham, and then he refused, right? And when he refuses, he walked all the way back to the changing room, right? And then he was like, I don't need you guys. I'm about to leave, bro. So if you're not going to play me, so I'm out, like the superstar he is, right? A lot of people called it arrogant. Ex-players, coaches, whoever, like fans, people were not happy. That's just the frank of them. Like, the point of the matter is that people were not happy with the fact that he just left. He left everybody, even left the building before his teammates. He left the pitch whilst they were playing. So it was just a mess, the way he handled the situation after being not really played this whole season. I mean, you know. So he felt some type of way. And there's a part of me that was like, yo, man, I feel bad for Ronaldo. I mean, you're such a superstar. You shouldn't deserve to be in a space like this, or you shouldn't deserve to be treated the way you are being treated right now. And then a part of me is like, man, come on, Cristiano. I mean, you're like 37 years old. 37, bro. I mean, you should understand, like, you literally coming to the end of your career, like, things like this are going to happen, you know. Yes, don't get me wrong, Cristiano Ronaldo is in the best physique of his life, right? But it's unexcusable when you leave your whole teammates on the pitch before even the game ends. You're already walking away, you know, like, unfortunately, football is a team sport. So which means together. Together. So you can't do things by yourself or the way you want to do them. You know, you have to do it with everybody, and that's the problem. I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo got to a place where he's like the main man, the superstar, one of the greatest players we've ever seen touch a football, you know. Yeah, man, it's kind of like a 50-50, you know. 1 minute, the coach that they brought in, which is, his name is Erik ten Hag, right, wants to incorporate the youth in, whilst also having a balance of the experienced players, you know. And seems like Cristiano is not going to be accepting any of that, you know. Hey, man, I just hope like he fixes it. But at the end of the day, hey, man, it's Man U, who cares? Focus on Chelsea, people. Okay, now get into the finale while we're all here, you know. Kanye. So, oh my goodness, this story has been the most anticipated story, or the most, how can I even put it? Somebody help me out with my English. The most outlandish story I've ever heard, you know. So for those of you who don't know, Kanye West is a billionaire. I don't know if he still is by the time I drop this video, but Kanye West is one of the greatest musicians. I don't even put him in the category of hip-hop artists. I think he's a whole complete musician, but he started off being a producer, then moved on to being hip-hop, and being the overall package. I mean, the impact that he did on hip-hop in itself, it's wild, because he literally changed the genre to new avenues when it comes to music, you know. Kanye West is the one responsible for so many kids wearing these terrible shoes, in my opinion, called Yeezys. Yeah, man, Kanye West is one of the greatest poets, in my opinion, you know, of all time. And yeah, it's sad what's happening to him, you know. You got 1 minute, one side of the internet is saying, hey, here's a guy who's done so well musically and entertained so many masses and has such a strong fan base and everything, and done so well. Oh, I even forgot he's like a fashion icon, you know. I'm not really into fashion like that. I mean, look at me, I got my shirt here. I'm not a fashion person like that, you know. But Kanye was really passionate about that. I mean, he broke so many barriers, he broke so many boundaries, you know, did so much culturally for the entertainment space and everything else, you know. It's sad that we are a society where we cancel people now. And I don't think that's okay. I really don't think that's okay. Like, we are a society where if somebody voices anything that another person does not agree with, we're so quick to cancel that person. And I think, yeah, it's the worst thing in the world, man. It's the worst thing in the world, you know? Because fundamentally, let me give you guys a backstory on this. Fundamentally, what happened is there is a podcast called Drink Champs. I suggest some of you should go. It's on Revolt TV on YouTube. This was Kanye West's second time coming to the show, right? For those of you who don't know, there's a first interview, and then this time was like a second interview that he was coming through for. So cool. Kanye West comes through to the show, and starts ranting, bro. Starts saying like, yo, these Jews, and he starts literally just going in, quote unquote, they called it anti-Semitic views from him, right? So he started like just going off, and he started just saying how he actually feels he's being controlled. Oh, not only him, he says like everybody else is being controlled. He comes up with all these conspiracy theories that, yo man, the reason why we so held back is because of a certain group of people. And yeah, I think everybody knows how that went, you know. Yeah. And all this proves is that the music industry is literally not controlled by the black people who actually make this. You know, most of these genres that you know, R&B, jazz music, hip hop, electro, what is this? What else? All those genres, yeah, you get the point. Oh, most of these genres are made by black music, and black people made all these fantastic soul music, all of those music, right, that people listen to, right? And for it to end like this is just insane to me. You know, how everybody's canceling him. He lost his Adidas. That's like his biggest one. He lost his Adidas partnership where he was making the Yeezys. They no longer regarding him as a mogul or as a billionaire anymore. You know, everything just went south. Everything just went left. And he lost all these partnerships with all his other business associates. And nobody wants to do business with him. Nobody wants to talk to him anymore. You know, just from that interview, like Kanye literally is losing almost everything that he worked so hard for. You know? And it just shows you, man, like it's really telling, like how is it so easy that people can get cancelled, you know? I'm even scared even just talking about this. Probably YouTube is gonna cancel this video, you know, or shadow ban me, like all my other videos. But it's hilarious. Not hilarious, but I'm trying to find the right word. It's disturbing. You know, how people are just getting cancelled left, right, and center. You know, how people are getting censored also. So now, if you're cancelling all these people, you're telling people like, if you say the wrong thing, we cancelling you, we throwing you off our platforms. Like, where are these people supposed to go? Has anybody ever asked themselves that question? I'm just asking, like, where are these people going? If you're canceling everybody, you know, because nobody's fundamentally thinking about, okay, fine, he's saying things that we don't agree with, right? How are we going to challenge our views, right, back on him, or what we believe is the correct way, you know. But if you're canceling everyone, what are you hoping to achieve? I mean, literally, like, I'm asking this, what is the end goal? You cannot cancel every single person. You cannot, you know, because they believe these things. You need to challenge them, to tell them, like, hey, you are wrong here and here, and then let's move forward. Let's see how we can actually, because a society where everybody's getting cancelled, that sounds like madness to me. Literally, I don't understand. I don't think this is the right way of doing things. And don't get me wrong, I'm not like defending Kanye or in any shape or form. I think some of the things that he was saying were literally like, hey man, I don't think you should be saying that. I don't think you should be out just saying the Jewish people and saying all of that stuff. Like, you know, I'm not defending him. I'm just saying, if people cannot have opposing views and exist in the same space, then we're doomed. We're really doomed, you know. That's my 2 cents on it. Yeah, man. Hey, guys. That was my first installment on the Prosper Daily Mail. You know, and I hope you guys enjoyed that video. And I hope we can have more of these discussions. Have more of these topics. And we can talk more. And we can make more videos about it, and we can all share our opinion freely and uncensored. And with a smile on our face, without us getting cancelled, you know. And yeah, man, that's the Daily Mail, people. Peace out, prosper. Wow.